Over the weekend, Kai Cenat did what a lot of people thought was the unthinkable. And it's not just breaking the all-time subs record on Twitch, which he held, but shattering it by crossing over that 1 million threshold. He did something that puts a lot of people in a pickle and a conundrum with their feelings and emotions behind it, because while he did the greatest thing in the world, he also did something that he'll never do again and a lot of people should never look to do again. I think Kai Cenat has redefined the whole landscape of what streaming is. As I look across streaming nowadays and I see the big guests that come on these different platforms, while I do think that there are people that have done it before him, the way that Kai Cenat has made it just a normality to integrate these different celebrities into your streams can only be seen not just in his streams that he puts on, but in the rest of the streaming community as a whole.
Damn, how much time does that take?
Because Neon is he is a part owner of Motherland now, of the casino, and I also am very happy that you're in business with me because we're going to play the casino.
I'm going to do a good job, I promise. I'm not going to let you down.
I think you will.
Because now it's like, you're my friend, so like,
even though I let you down today with this day.
No.
But I'm going to make it up to you.
No, of course.
But yes, I wanted to get you a beautiful cake, and it's cookies and cream flavor.
I looked at the guest list of this past Mafia-thon, and I counted a total of 46 different celebrities that crossed through on any webcam that was placed in Kai Cenat's house. It's 46 motivational speeches, 46 helmet slaps with the noodle, 46 times that an A-list celebrity has been on Kai Cenat's platform. And I think it's so interesting seeing how during this stretch Jimmy Kimmel got canceled, albeit for political reasons, but Kai Cenat having these 46 celebrities in 29 days, it shows that there's going to be this shift in crossover from the mainstream media and what people are looking at, and now going into the new day and age where the streamer and the celebrity are looking at each other as equal. And to be quite honest with you, there is conversation about streamers not needing the celebrity as much as the celebrity needing the streamer.
Hi, chat!
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh!
It's my album cover, my new album cover.
Mariah's album cover. September 26th, so this month.
Yeah, the homie out here working hard doing 30-day subs. He got like people like Kim and Mariah and them coming on. These niggas didn't give this nigga nothing. He trying to get to 1 million subs. Kim, Mariah, John Legend, all y'all niggas. When Lemmy came from Zeus, him with the baddies, they probably give like 30 bands. I gifted like 15,000 a night. That's because we happy to be on the platform and we supporting him, just like he's supporting y'all. Where y'all gifts at? He trying to get to 1 million. All y'all should gift the homie at least 50,000.
The worst celebrity that has came to Mafia-thon 3, Mariah Carey. Damn. And I only say Mariah Carey because I feel like her intentions was to promote her album, and I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that. You feel what I'm saying? Because business, you gotta respect good business. You feel what I'm saying? But what was the exchange for us? Like, I know she didn't want to sing, I know she didn't want to dance. You feel what I'm saying? But I feel like Kai, he held up his end of the bargain. She promoted her album. Kai spoke to the kids. He did everything that he wanted. He did everything that probably was her team intentions and her intentions. And I feel like it wasn't really nothing in exchange. If you're gonna come on Mafia-thon, you feel what I'm saying?
Now, I do think to give Mariah Carey some grace, she isn't some big bubbly personality. She's more of the diva, the old school R&B aesthetic, but it does open up a very interesting talking point in question. Are we reaching the point where these, legacy acts, these celebrities need these streamers who have been, for all intents and purposes, traditionally be considered nerds, losers, dorks, or whatever the case may be? Do they need them more than the streamer needs the celebrity? Just a couple years ago, this conversation wouldn't have even been entertained because this was all a YouTube pipe dream, a Twitch pipe dream, some young kid's wildest fantasy to think that they could even get this type of celebrity on their stream. But nowadays, we are genuinely having to ask the conversation, maybe not Mariah Carey. Maybe you think that Mariah Carey could sell an album all by herself, but at what level do we get to where the celebrity needs Kai more than Kai needs the celebrity? Now, I do think that situation was remedied when Snoop Dogg called Kai Cenat and talked about how he would essentially donate 50,000 subs to him.
Oh, Snoop calling me. Yo, Snoop.
That's my dude.
I got 50,000 subs for you when you ready for them.
You cap, man. I'm with Kevin right now.
I ain't Cap, nigga.
What's up, man?
Kevin Gates, what's up, player?
I'm cooler, big brother. What's happening with you?
Man, you the coldest to do it, brother. I love your
Man, you the coldest to do it. Hey, you the smoothest to do it. I don't care what you say. You the smoothest.
Your intellect, your dialect, And your motherfucking prospects.
Hey, this
You understand
motherfucker.
me?
He literally sounds like an old head. That's so crazy. But I'm glad that Snoop Dogg is giving back to Kai Cenat, showing love for the younger creators, because I understand, one, how impossible this seemed not too long ago, and two, how some of the older acts used to diss some of the younger acts coming up. Recognizing that this is the new wave is going to do nothing but benefit the entire content creation economy. Like, the community as a whole will benefit from all the different genuine collaborations between streamer and between, you know, celebrity, traditional celebrity. And speaking of the community, Kai Cenat also shifted the entirety of the community. And I'm talking about from an onlooker's perspective as to how they view Mafiathon. People were literally saying, yo, screw sleep, gang. I need to watch Mafiathon.
Anybody else's sleep schedule super crazy right now because of Mafiathon 3, late nights, early mornings, logging on to Twitch. It's a problem.
Prepare to be sick of me. I set an alarm. Kai Cenat is back.
Kai wakes up every morning at 10 a.m. He goes to bed at 1 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So you need to start catching up on sleep.
I think when you get into a place in a space where people are changing their routines for you, I'm talking about old school, like American Idol days, Big Brother, Survivor days, where people were saying to themselves, yo, I've got to be in my house and in my living room by a certain time to catch this show. Your impact is undeniable at that point. And it's also amazing because this is like a continuous subathon. Like, this isn't a one-off thing. This isn't a, hey, I'm coming on at 8 o'clock. People were changing their entire days around this just to consume whatever madness that happened. Now, just because Kai Cenat did all of these great and groundbreaking things doesn't mean that it did not come with some, you know, downsides of it. I think a lot of people looked at this Mafiathon and saw that collaboration is key. Hell, it even caused somebody like DDG, J Cinco, and Deshae Frost to form their own group in an attempt to, you know, get this type of collaboration game up, get this type of momentum up, get more streaming clips, more highlights, because they understand, based off of watching Kai Cenat and some of the others, that being in a group setting is probably the best way to go about doing it. But they've got to understand that all that glitters isn't gold when forming some sort of group. Being reliant on these people is not the best way to go about making content, especially if the group chemistry isn't there. I think one of the things that I learned from Mafiathon 3 is that you got to have the right set of people. Not to go back into this point, but we've dropped plenty of videos during this Mafiathon talking about and highlighting how bad the Clover Boys were.
I don't have everybody here for no reason. I'm dead ass reward. Like, y'all not here for a month just to, like, I'm gonna, when the days is over, you know me, bro. I literally take care of whoever helped me. I have rewards for y'all niggas, bro. So like when y'all not doing shit, I'm like, damn, what's the point? Call that 30? Fuck up. Look, yo, come on, get out. Get the fuck out, gang.
90% of the time, it feels like Kai's babysitting his friends, little odd. Group of people, but they all can't get their act together. Somebody's either fighting, somebody's crashing out, somebody's beefing.
I feel like at this point, Kai should just like kick them out, because you spoke to Ray how many times? Everybody else want to sleep, everybody else want to get high. Reggie got a health issue. Just send them all home.
I do think collaboration can be very powerful, but just as a PSA to anybody that's looking to hop into streaming, get these collaborations up, because I'm also seeing India Love talking about starting her own group of women streamers. You just got to make sure that the foundation is correct. Like, this is not a game for the bag. This is a situation where it actually benefits you to do very genuine friendships, put them on camera, and then go from there making the content. And speaking of bag, I think that that's another complaint or criticism that a lot of people are having with this Mafiathon, is that the bag is not going unnoticed. Kai Cenat went to different levels this year. I'm talking about how crazy this Mafiathon was. People can't imagine ever matching that.
Nigga, this wait. So this was all like convoluted and shit like that around here?
Yeah, you got called early for a reason. Yeah! It's yours, bro. You work hard as shit. It's the last one, too.
Oh, dinner and a movie, okay?
Used to watch your streams when streams of income couldn't hold the bills. Back when protein powder mixed with water was my only meal.
For two specific reasons. One, I mean, it's Kai. Nothing really to say there. But two, the corporate presence was really felt. A lot of the subs, and a lot of people were confused about this, but a lot of the subs were gained by corporations and sponsors. There's a big argument that it does take a level of genuineness out of the streaming game, but I know that that's what it takes in order to get to these levels. I just don't want people going out there thinking that, yo, this is something that can be duplicated and replicated. You should probably take very meaningful and intentional sponsorships in order to further your content creation endeavors forward. But don't look at Mafiathon as like, hey, I can get these corporate sponsors too. Otherwise, you'll just feel like TV. You'll feel unauthentic. You'll feel like one big ad. And I know we're surrounded by just ads and everybody's tired of it. And speaking of being surrounded by something, I think that was one of the other complaints that came out of Mafiathon, is that this is the spark of the oversaturation era where a lot of content is going to be weeded out.
Brother, don't you want to grow? Of course I do. But I'm going to be honest, bro. I feel like streaming is super oversaturated. Everyone's already seen everyone do everything. And I feel like streaming needs to go back to 2021. So I'm going to give you 2021. That's just my opinion. Y'all have already, I'm gonna be real, bro. Let's talk about it. Y'all have already seen everything.
YouTube commentator Ludwig made me realize how stacked this next month is about to be. First, you have Mafiathon ending. Then you have Phase the Subathon Part 2 coming. You also have Speed's America Tour, which is going into the month of October as well. And then you have Ludwig's My League streams. It is the craziest month of content 24/7, and it's at the top of top when it comes to production. And honestly, it's too much. I think a lot of people are getting burnt out with how corporate streaming has gotten as a whole, but the fact that it's always on as well, meaning that there's more moments, but also simultaneously, there's nothing moments as well. Nothing feels special anymore. Nothing feels like a moment. It just feels like a bunch of smaller moments. If I miss this one, I can get to the next one. And to be honest with you, it's not really sustainable. This is going to create a burnout from two different entities. One, from the audience perspective of viewing just this much content, this many collaborations, this much in and out, this much back and forth, this much drama. And then two, from a content creator's perspective, being always on, jumping from one subathon to the next subathon to the next subathon to the next subathon, it can create situations in which your body will literally shut down and hospitalize you because you just don't know when the next time you'll be able to stop. So your body will make you stop. It should serve as an inspiration, but I don't think that a lot of people can and will be able to achieve the things that Kai has done, or hell, any of these other streamers have been able to accomplish in this last Mafiathon 3. I actually don't even think it's something that he'll be looking to accomplish again. Sure, Streamer University is going to be big coming into next year, but this is something that is unprecedented and something that should not look to be replicated for a lot of people. But with that being said, there's definitely some positive takeaways from this.
The inspiration you giving, even people that's older than you, is unreal, bro. You know, your path has been even more just like unique, and no one's gone down it. Both of y'all, you know what I'm saying? So congrats to you, bro.
Thank you so much, bro.
And everybody watching, just know, you know, this shit, we out here having fun, man.
I think that Kai Cenat single-handedly has transformed the entire entertainment landscape. He's made streaming and content creation a viable option for a lot of different entities. I was looking back at old YouTube videos a couple of days ago, and I'm thinking about the Ryan Higas of the world, old Marquez Brownlee, old Casey Neistat. There were times where this was considered a hobby. This was considered, you know, something not to be taken seriously. Home movies posted on the internet. YouTube was considered a platform where you posted your cat videos, and Twitch was just for weirdos to play League of Legends and World of Warcraft. But because of Kai Cenat, the doors have been opened as to what is obtainable and what is possible. Now, I think a lot of people don't realize how great and how crazy what Kai Cenat is doing. I know this is something that he couldn't even imagine as he was doing his ding dong ditch videos back in college. But with that being said, you can take a lot of notes from this and add this to your own creative success. And one of the main takeaways that I took from this is that you can do a lot of these things by yourself. I know his team is relatively small, and I know a lot of this stuff is backed by his own dollars. Now, granted, there's a lot of branding that's going on in this Mafiathon, but a lot of this stuff is coming from his own head. Like, a lot of this stuff is still small. It's homegrown. It's local. This isn't some big, massive corporation telling him to go here, do this, say that. He is still staying authentic to his true self while still doing things that are unobtainable in order to kick down doors for the next streamer, the next content creator, the next TikTok star to come through. I think this Mafia-thon is one for the ages, and I think it also serves a cautionary tale for anybody coming up behind Kai Cenat. Hey, you can do anything and everything, but don't fall for the same traps or don't get swallowed into this content game because it can chew you up and spit you out alive. Some of this stuff is made for the one-of-ones, and with all due respect, Kai is one of one.